Hello everyone. In this video I will be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Samina Pasha to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let us go through the key developments and insights in Samina Pasha's words. We will be talking about the current situation between Iran and Israel. Is there any indication that the matter is heading toward negotiations? Donald Trump seems to be confused whether to officially become a part of this war or not. And is Iran going to fall for any deception? We will discuss this too. Alongside, there is an important development related to the case of reserved seats. Today, Mr. Salman Akram Raja once again gave some powerful arguments. But most notably, Ms. Musarrat Hilali is being widely discussed again today, so we will give you some insight on that too. Also, there is a circulating news report attributed to a White House spokesperson stating that General Asim Munir spoke to Donald Trump about nominating him for the Nobel Peace Prize. That is quite an interesting piece of news, and we will also review it. In addition, there is an interview of Khawaja Asif, which he gave to a foreign media outlet, in which he praised the hybrid political system and described its blessings and virtues. We will also briefly talk about that. There is a lot in this vlog. I request you to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Let us begin with the Iran-Israel situation and related matters. So, at present, skirmishes between Iran and Israel are still ongoing. These are not face-to-face battles, of course. Israel launches attacks, Iran fires missiles in response, and this cycle continues. To a large extent, Israel's air defense system has weakened, and the interception of missiles is no longer as effective as it once was, resulting in increased damage on the Israeli side. Most Israeli citizens are spending their nights in bunkers, and a large number of them are leaving the country. Airports are flooded with long lines. Many of the residents brought in from various places are now being forced to leave. When you look at the Iranian people, or even at us, you will notice how we treated war differently. Our conflicts, thanks be to God, did not escalate to a severe level and ended quickly. But nations like Iran, Afghanistan or Gaza, they fight wars with deep passion, resilience, and a completely different perspective. This level of commitment and unity you will not find among non-Muslims, which is why these people receive divine help when they fight with pure intentions. The Iranian nation has fought wars for decades. Afghanistan fought without proper resources and still forced superpowers to retreat. On the other hand, in Israel, just a few missiles land and people panic. They are fleeing in tears, in visible fear. This same Israeli population that once bombed unarmed civilians in Gaza, destroyed their homes, committed massacres, and then celebrated their so-called victories. Today, they are the ones whose homes are being destroyed. Now they are the ones under attack, and their faces show terror. Their nerves are shattered. The contrast is clear. Despite the current dire situation in Israel, there is obvious support for it somewhere. The United States publicly says it is not involved, but everyone knows it is supporting Israel from the back end. That is why when the United States administration claims they're engaging with Iran and holding high-level meetings, Iran's reaction has been completely different. Iran states clearly, "We are not in talks with anyone. We are not standing in line to meet anyone at the White House. We have been unjustly attacked and we will respond fully. Anyone who participates in this aggression, not just Israel, will also be targeted, whether they are a superpower or any other country." They have made it clear they will not accept any forced settlement, whether war or peace. They say, "Stop the attacks first, then we can talk. But if you demand we come to the table under pressure, that will not happen. We will answer war with war, not negotiations." On the other hand, Donald Trump is also hesitating. He has not directly decided to become involved in this war. Iran responds by saying, "You are already with them. Even in your words, you say we, not Israel," which shows your alignment. So Iran does not see Israel and the United States as separate. It sees them as the same entity, and rightly so. Now, regarding recent claims, Israel says it has assassinated another Iranian nuclear scientist, while on both sides, buildings are being destroyed and lives are being lost. Coming to General Asim Munir's meeting with Donald Trump, as I had said a few days ago, more details are coming out gradually. Today, a White House spokesperson claimed that General Asim Munir talked about nominating Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. This is a very bizarre statement. I do not know if he really said this or if it is a misattributed quote. It is hard to believe that Donald Trump should be so highly praised, especially since we all know that what happened in Gaza was not just done by Israel but with full United States backing. During the Ukraine-Russia war, the United States fully supported Ukraine too. So a person who appears to talk about peace but is actively backing wars, how can we consider him worthy of a Nobel Peace Prize? Even if Trump speaks about peace, it always comes with his own terms and United States supremacy as the basis. So if this nomination was really discussed, it will be highly controversial and unlikely to gain serious support. As for India-Pakistan tensions, Trump has claimed that he played a role, even though the United States officially denies any involvement. Still, he keeps repeating this for credit. But otherwise, we cannot say that Trump has played any proactive role in establishing global peace. If anything, his peace efforts always reflect strategic self-interest. Now let us mention Khawaja Asif. Today he made statements about the benefits and importance of the hybrid system, where the military gradually gains more power. In an interview with a foreign news outlet, when asked by a female anchor about this increasing military influence, "What do you people feel about this? What is your opinion? Is this not weakening democracy?" Khawaja Asif says, "No, actually, this hybrid system is a great system. It should have existed even in the 1990s because back then there were frequent confrontations and clashes between the establishment and the government due to power struggles. They would pull power from each other. Now, the hybrid system is a good one. Both sides have agreed that all power belongs to one side, and we, the civilian government, are just sitting like clerks. So the issue has been resolved. Just imagine the defeated mindset and slave mentality. First, he is admitting there is a hybrid system and that all power does not rest with civilian leadership. Second, he is saying we have no problem with it. If the military establishment is doing things outside of their constitutional jurisdiction, even then we do not mind, because earlier they used to do it covertly, which caused problems. Now they are doing it openly, so things are smoother. We have reached an understanding that this is how the system will now run in the country. So burn the constitution, tear it up and throw the ashes in a dirty drain because it is not being implemented. We have developed a new system in which all important powers and decisions belong to the establishment. And all the protocols, the visible side of things, money, positions, will be handled by civilian leadership. In return, we will polish the boots of the military establishment. We will praise them. In return, they will crush our political opponents. In return, we will get to rough up our political rivals, and we will continue enjoying the perks and privileges. So we are very happy with this system. Why would we not be? Under this system you get an assembly seat without votes, you get power without a mandate. You are not even the real Prime Minister, but you get full protocol, you sign big deals, make money, loot public funds, and since you are looting, of course you will like the system. You will say, what is the problem with it? Chanting slogans for civilian supremacy is pointless. You get beaten up, you go to jail. Is it not better to polish a few boots, sit quietly at their feet, enjoy yourself, let them enjoy as well, and just carry on under this understanding? I have a harsh phrase in mind. It is as if you are being raped with consent. But you are happy about it because, well, it was going to happen anyway, so better let it happen willingly. That essentially is the statement Khawaja Asif gave. So going forward, if any PMLN supporter talks about democracy or civilian supremacy or chants respect the vote, remember how to deal with them. And those so-called intellectuals who used to praise them when they pretended to be revolutionaries, hopefully now they have seen their true worth. Just a few slaps and kicks and they bowed down. Their so-called revolutionary leaders, those once compared to Nelson Mandela, are sitting quietly in London, and their spokespersons are saying they have no issue with this kind of system. In the 1990s, they started believing they were actually the Prime Minister and aimed to become Commander of the Faithful, so the establishment kicked them out and they learned their lesson. Real power lies with the military, so now no more struggle. Just polish shoes and enjoy the ride. Get your daughter made Chief Minister with a fake mandate and enjoy the protocols. This is the current system running in the country. All courts have been hijacked, all judges have been brought under control, kept happy through all means. The few who had a conscience have been handled one way or another. This is your system now, and Khawaja Asif has no problem with it. He is very happy. For him, I will use his own words, have some shame, some modesty. But how would he know what that even is? As for the case regarding reserved seats, it is ongoing in the Supreme Court. The judges are exposing themselves very clearly. They have made it obvious. No one should be under the illusion that even a speck of constitutional or legal substance remains. Do not think justice will be found in this rotten building. The leftovers of Justice Kazi Faiz Issa's era have turned it into a pile of filth. Nothing but filth remains now. And still, they complain, why are YouTubers holding up mirrors to us? And by the grace of God, they are watching everything. YouTube, Twitter, and then whining about it in court. Today, Salman Akram Raja gave excellent arguments once again. He tried to hold up a mirror, pointing out that even the very judgments written by these judges themselves, he used those to make them realize what they have already admitted. He tried to remind them that they are supposed to deliver justice, that they should recognize how these candidates fought elections under extreme adversity and victimization. This entire crisis was deliberately created by the Supreme Court's own biased decision. And when a few constitution-respecting judges tried to correct that, their effort was ignored. No one even asked the basic question: how did the Election Commission dare not implement the court's decision? Whether the decision was right or wrong is another debate, but by what law did they decide not to act on it? Still, there is silence. Now they have taken time until Monday. Salman Akram Raja was told strictly, finish your arguments in 30 minutes, because the judges are in a rush. They want to distribute these reserved seats like stolen loot to other parties quickly, then pass the 27th Amendment, then secure further benefits for themselves, maybe extend retirement age or other perks. So they are in a hurry. That is today's summary. But today belonged to Salman Akram Raja. He said something beautiful. It is not necessary that every injustice is documented by a writer's pen. If oppression is happening anywhere in society, whether reported or not, it is still injustice. He said this in response to judges who were asking silly, irrelevant questions like, why did you not do this or that? As if they do not know the situation in which those elections were held. People say these judges must have just landed from Mars. They do not even know what a roti is called, chochi maybe. They are completely clueless about the suffering political parties have gone through. So Salman Akram Raja tried to point out all the injustice, but frankly, there is still no hope. Conscience only awakens when it exists in the first place. When it is dead, how can it wake up? Sometimes someone performs Hajj and gets awakened. Sometimes seeing their disgrace on social media does it. They see public anger and feel ashamed, but that only happens to those who still have a flicker of conscience. Those whose conscience is completely dead, who have sealed hearts and minds, neither wake up nor find guidance. That wraps up our translation of Samina Pasha's video. I hope this English version helped you understand her message better. Please like, share, and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Do not forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.